Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MTG Place podcast, your place for all things magic. With today's Josh. How's it going, Josh?
What's up, everybody?
Before we jump into the main topic here, the show is sponsored by you guys directly on Patreon. We've got some different tiers. It's pretty cool. So thanks for everyone who does that.
We got free tiers now, too, so if you just want
and some free trials and all that. All right, so don't have a ton of news, really, but we're going to see if we can get Josh to guess the top 5 most expensive cards in Weatherlight this week.
Oh, no, Weatherlight.
Do you remember what's in Weatherlight?
It's not good stuff.
Some of them are okay.
It's the book.
It's reserve list stuff. All right, so what do you think? We got 5 cards.
Right. Limduel's Vault is not... That's Alliances. What's in Weatherlight, man? Not good cards.
There's one really good card that's played in sideboard in like a lot of legacy and vintage decks.
I think I need hints on this one too. Just because the power level is so low.
Okay, so this card is $100. It's on reserve list, obviously.
Yep.
It's sideboard in legacy and vintage all the time.
Yep.
It's played in it's colorless.
Oh, okay. Limduel's notebook, the one where you discard but put it on top. Library of Lang is a card.
No, not that card.
That's not $100. That's from Weatherlight, though, I think. Colorless?
The flavor text is, but it doesn't do anything. No, it does nothing.
Oh, it's got to be like Null Rod.
Yeah, Null Rod.
There we go. Yep. Yeah, going.
Yeah.
Nice with the flavor text.
It's $100.
Nice with the flavor text.
Let's see. The next one is a land.
Oh, Lotus Veil.
That's number 3. But
okay.
Number 2 is also a land.
Number 2 is also a land. What's another one?
Number 4 is also a land.
Is Wasteland in there?
No.
Wasteland was Tempest, probably.
So land is probably good for colorless decks.
Ancient Tomb was Tempest. Colorless decks.
$60. I didn't even know it was $60, but it is.
Colorless decks? I mean, it's not Workshop or Library of Alexandria. Those are old.
Right, so it's in the same cycle as Lotus Veil, obviously.
Oh. Sacrificing some lands?
Yeah.
Is there another one? It's not City of Traders. What set is that one? Is that Exodus?
Yeah, it's not City of Traders. I don't know if you're going to get this or not.
Okay, give me it.
It's John Avon does the artwork.
He does a lot.
It's Scorched Ruins.
Scorched Ruins.
Do you know that card?
Yeah.
So when it comes in, you sacrifice it unless you sacrifice it unless you sacrifice 2 untapped lands, and then you taps to add 4 colorless.
Yep. I remember it.
All right. Do you know what the other land is?
Can't be Lake of the Dead. That's Alliances too. I'm trying to think of No, give me it.
So it's Winding Canyons. It taps for colorless, and then it has pay 2, tap it until end of turn. You may play creature cards as an instance.
Yeah, Flash. Yep.
That's $25. Lotus Veil was $38. And the last card, can you get this, is another artifact.
Another artifact. Okay, you gave me artifact last time and I couldn't get it. So I need something more.
It has to do with lands.
Winter Orb was old. Is it Horn of Greed?
Nope.
Okay.
It's like a hate bear for lands, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Winter Orb.
It starts with the word mana.
Nope.
Mana Web. You ever heard of that card?
Mana Web. I can picture it. It looks like a steel dome with like
Yeah.
red
So it says
coming up.
whatever a land target opponent
Yeah.
controls tap for mana, tap all lands they control that can produce the same type of
Hmm.
mana.
Which
That's $20.
doesn't really work. I mean, your opponent just taps all of it and you float the mana. You can only cast
Right.
like one spell or in that main phase.
Right.
So I guess it kind of works in that way, but it doesn't work the way everybody wants it to. Oh man. Silly cards. I maybe could have gotten Scorch Runes, but it's so bad. What's new with like Lotus Field, not Lotus Veil, is that they have like hexproof. These like stuff where it can't be
Right.
targeted. If you get strip mined or wasteland with your Scorched Ruins, you're so far behind, dude. Like it is so bad.
Yeah, that was the top five. So 2 artifacts, 3 lands.
You know,
The sixth card is a red card called Firestorm, where you discard cards.
good card because you just like ad nauseum, big old hand, Firestorm. Not bad.
All right. So
Yep.
we got red today. Red rares.
Drifting and
Mythics.
AetherDrift.
Yep.
I'll start us off with Boom Mobile.
The Boom Mobile.
2 red for a 5/5 vehicle. Crew 2. When this vehicle enters, add 4 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. But it's got its own ability. Exhaust X2 in a red. This vehicle deals X damage to any target. Put a +1/+1 counter on this vehicle. Okay.
So, and it's crew 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, worst case, it's a 4 mana 5/5 that can deal 1 to something.
And it's a 4 mana 6/6
6/6. Right.
that deals 1 to it.
That's not
Yeah.
horrible. Because you can hit face. Like,
Yeah, it's very, very okay. Especially like in limited, it doesn't seem that good too.
oh, it's a bomb in limited.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, like because this format's so slow, and there's so many other exhaust abilities that you could just like
Mm.
exhaust a different card with the mana that you
Or
get
just
from this,
hold
and
off.
then later just go 2 red X, or like even if you could do 2 or 3 damage, because you could pay X into it. So if you have like
Mhm.
more than 4 mana, so if you like turn 8 this,
Yeah,
and you could
okay.
do 6 to something, like it's just absurd.
Trying to
Like
think
you
what
could just
other.
kill somebody or hit their biggest creature.
Yeah. Does seem a lot better than when I first read it. It does any target, so it can go face. Like that's
Right.
great.
So I'm like, if you have some weird deck where you have like infinite mana combo, you could just kill somebody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Basically a fireball.
Fireball on a vehicle.
Yeah, so if you care about artifacts, artifact triggers, non-creature spell, I guess you would run fireball. You need to care about artifacts.
Yeah.
In some sort of commander deck. I don't know. It seems a little slow for like standard or modern or
Yeah,
anything.
it's going to be commander or limited, I think. I don't know if you played outside of that much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next card I think is pretty good for like a red deck win strategy here. We got Burnout Bastronaut, which is 1 red for a 1/1 Goblin Warrior with Menace and start your engines. It also has pay 2. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and when you have max speed, this has double strike. So you get all that for 1 mana.
Yeah, this is insane. What we were talking about before, is max speed going to be a deck or something you want to pay off? You really need a 1-drop that can
Yeah.
start you off. And it's got evasion with menace. This thing's going to hit turn 2 for sure. Like, and the payoff's really good. A double striker that you can pump, like
Yeah,
this
a double
is
striker with Menace that you can pump. Like,
yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. This is really good. I can see standard playing it, maybe creeping into modern. Goblin typing is huge,
Yep, goblins.
absolutely huge. Warriors, okay, you could play a Nyella or something, but you don't really want this sort of thing in Nyella. Goblins, though, yeah, I could see it. Yeah, this is going to be really good in like standard and stuff, and in like a commander deck. Like I said, stats don't really do too much, but to start your engines if you got a couple of those. It's decent.
Yeah.
This is going to be huge standard or maybe possibly modern.
Yeah, and right now looks like you can pick them up for 50 cents. So if you want some.
Yeah. Next, we got Chandra Spark Hunter. It's a Planeswalker, 3 in a red for 4 mana. Comes in with 4 loyalty. It's got an ability at the beginning of combat on your turn. Choose up to 1 target vehicle you control. Until end of turn, it becomes an artifact creature and gains haste. Then you can +2. You may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw a card. You can 0 to create a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with crew 1. Or -7, you get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control enters, this emblem deals 3 damage to any target.
So this is busted and limited, but because most planeswalkers are, but
Yeah.
just making a 3/2 that you could crew every turn with haste is pretty good. But this is, I think, good in Commander if you have like a vehicles deck or just like an artifact deck, and you could just somehow get to 7 and then alt it, and just everything is a lightning bolt. It's pretty good.
Yeah. You don't really alt like at all. That's almost
But I mean, it
flavor
only takes
text to
2
me.
turns with this. Like if you just
That's
+2
true.
+2.
That's true. But still, especially in Commander, like Planeswalkers are so bad because you have so many enemies that can attack it.
That's true.
I don't know. I kind of read always ultimates are flavor text. Like it's so hard.
I mean, you could doubling season use it right away too.
Yeah. That's the combo if you want to combo off with it, but you have much better planeswalkers to do that with.
Or a vehicles deck just getting a free crew with
Yeah,
haste.
vehicles, this huge, but that's super niche. I'm thinking even just an artifact deck, like you're making an artifact token every single turn, which is pretty decent. Or card draw is pretty key, pretty king. Doesn't
Yeah.
make that blocker in like 1v1 status where you usually want to have,
Yeah, it makes an attacker but not a blocker
makes
because
an attacker,
you
not a block.
need the crew to block.
So I don't know in 1v1, but like an artifact, making an artifact every turn for commander could be okay. I don't know. I guess that you said like takes 2 turns to get it to 8. Turn 3, alti. I mean, it's reasonable, more reasonable than most.
Yeah.
Looks pretty spendy too. Normal copy, about $8.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
Dang.
I don't know if they'll break it in standard or anything, but it's definitely insane and limited right now.
Mm-hmm. Played a couple RCQs with AetherDrift. I haven't seen anybody talk about this card. I don't know.
Next up, we got Count on Luck, which seems basically only for mono red commander deck because it goes 3 red, red, red. But it's an enchantment. With at the beginning of your upkeep, you exile a top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. So it's like red Phyrexian Arena kind of.
Card draw. Yep.
Impulse
Phyrexian
draw.
Arena. I was thinking like, I know when this card first got spoiled, I was saying like I've never thought they didn't do this ability before. Like they had to have. And then you pointed out to me that Outpost Siege was a card that I used to run back in the day.
Yeah, that costs 4.
Yeah, that costs 4, but it's easily more splashable than triple red.
Yeah.
And has a second ability.
I mean, it seems good enough that like maybe you'd consider it in like Burn runs out of cards fast.
Yeah, it would be like 1 to 2 copies in like a standard.
It would be
burn
like
deck.
one of
Yeah,
two
one of. I remember the Pro Tour Chicago we were watching. Some guy drafted this and actually like got it off like twice on turn 3.
I was just like, what? I saw that and I was like,
Yeah.
what? It's triple red. Like,
And he
I
has
wouldn't even
other
put that in my
colors.
deck.
I don't know how he did that in limited.
I did use it in the early access event too, and it was
Sure.
it was good when the one time I resolved it, but
Yeah.
most of it just sits in your hand unable to cast.
That was crazy. So maybe a fun of one of. We'll move on to Duretti, Rocketeer Engineer. 4 in a red for a legendary Goblin Artificer. It's got star 5. Its power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. And whenever Daretti enters or attacks, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return chosen card to the battlefield.
So it's like Goblin Welder on ETB and attack.
Mindslaver? Oh no.
Yeah, or Portal to Phyrexian.
Portal to Phyrexia? Oh no.
I mean, if you do the Portal to Phyrexian, you get that back, and they sack 3 things, and then this is a 9/5.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Is this the first time we have it can be a commander now? A
yeah,
sort of
it's kind of like a
welder.
Goblin Welder in your command zone.
Mm-hmm. Which that could be pretty fun. You're mono red, but you can pack all the other Darettis, all the
Yep.
welders.
All the big artifacts that you want to cheat into play, and then some cheap artifacts that you
It's
can just that
really
like
good
cantrip.
that it can. It's got the Titan thing where
Mm-hmm.
when you attack, you just keep getting value over and over. I guess that is kind of more of a downside than an activated ability like Goblin Welder, but he'll be pretty strong if you reanimate something big. So
Yeah, and I mean, like, it could be interesting because you build them and you'd be like, all right, play like the spell bomb or whatever, right? And then okay, now I sack it, get like a 9 drop back. So you could play a lot of because you have all the looting effects too, like the where you can discard draw 2.
Faithless Looting.
Yeah, so you could put big artifacts in your yard pretty easily. I think it's
Have
almost
all
like an
Mishra's Bauble.
artifact reanimator deck in red. It's kind of cool.
It's cool. Probably not powerful because you're still mono red, but it's cool. I'm also just not like not a fan of the art. I don't know.
Oh, the artwork's weird, but
Yeah. The mechanics are cool, but that's kind of just AetherDrift. It's like, all right,
yeah.
we're in cars now. Whatever.
Next up, we got probably one of the coolest red rares, the Draconautics Engineer. It's a 1 red for a 2/2 Goblin Artificer. It has exhaust. Other creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Put a +1 counter on this creature. And it has another exhaust for 3 in a red for create a 4/4 dinosaur dragon creature token with flying. So this is absurd and
Yes.
limited. The one was that Matt Nass had 2 of these in his draft deck. It's like absurd.
Yeah. This does so much value. Not only you get the creature, but then you get a big old flying dinosaur dragon
Yep.
a little bit later. And you could do both exhaust abilities.
Yes, you could make the
separate.
token, give it haste.
Yep. So it's good on turn 6, turn 7 even. Like you get to put all of your mana into it. Super crazy. There's this green red delirium deck going around in standard, and then they picked up this card and the green reanimator exhaust guy.
Oh, that keeps coming back when you exhaust.
It keeps coming back. So I saw that in a deck list in standard. Someone was doing also Cranko mob bosses in standard, thanks to foundations.
Yeah.
And giving Cranko haste seems like you can.
Plus, this is a goblin, so
yeah, seems like you can make a goblin deck in standard with that. Like the problem with Cranko mob boss, it's super good, but playing 4-drop doing nothing for a whole turn is pretty bad. But if you can give it haste, now we're cooking. Like, so this seems like a really very playable card. Haste for other things, I can maybe even see Cube running this. Like having a 4/4 flyer can be pretty beat down. Giving things haste that you're reanimating almost could be pretty insane.
Yeah.
You reanimate Archon of Cruelty, give them haste. GG.
Also, just something to do with your mana. If you know.
Yeah.
You want to hold up a red removal spell or something, and then they don't do anything. You could just make a 4/4.
Make the 4/4. Yeah. Yep. Or like we said, exhaust. If you're running this reanimator too, like if you have that sack outlet, bring it back out. You can re-exhaust again. Or if you're playing like Flicker Wisp or Phalia, where you flicker something, you can keep doing some crazy things. Solid card. All right, next up, we got Full Throttle. 4 red for sorcery. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combat phases. And at the beginning of each combat this turn, untap all creatures that attacked this turn.
If you're playing the extra combat phase deck, sure, it's good. Otherwise, don't really need it.
You don't really need it. I don't know. I just imagine like forking this or copying this spell and getting 4 additional combat phases. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the same as like the other one, like the attack
Yeah.
trigger deck where you keep copying combat phases. Like
Yep. Yep.
it's good for that deck.
I don't know. My buddy's got Magus of the Strings, I think it's called. It was from the Unset, but it's like you make a spell into basically a creature, and whenever that creature connects, you get to cast that spell. And whenever there's a additional combat phase thing, it goes kind of infinite. So
Oh
it
yes, you could
connects,
infinite. Yeah.
attacks, it connects. So this is just another piece to his puzzle. Oh man. But yeah, it's having 2 additional over just 1 is a little overkill. Like you can really just pay the 5 mana for the 1. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I need 3 attacks to kill this guy. Like, you must have quite a bit of creatures out.
Yeah, wouldn't I
Or,
mean if you're in Commander too, like you just want
I mean,
time
like, what
time
do you
warp.
have? You have like a 6/6 dragon out, and they're at 18. Then I guess you could just be like, I attack with this dragon 3 times.
But wouldn't you would rather have an extra turn spell in the end?
yes, that would be better. Yeah,
Just because you draw a card then too, and you
yeah.
untap your mana, and so it's turned to a notch a little bit the wrong way. Maybe this is the only standard legal extra combat spell at the moment, but
I don't think it'll be seen in standard though.
yeah.
Next up, we got the Gastral Thrill Roller. It is 2 in a red for a 4/2 vehicle with crew 2. It's trample and haste. When it enters, it becomes an artifact creature until it turns, so it auto crews with haste the turn that it enters. And then it has pay 2 in a red, discard a card. You can return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter at it. Activate all these sorceries. So it's kind of like a vehicle version of Ball Lightning.
All lightning, yeah. That's what I was getting the vibe of. They kind of make a lot of those, but it can come back from the graveyard, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, so you can get a swing in with a 4/2 trample haste, and then get
Trample
another
haste.
swing in. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest, but it's all right.
I guess you would just rather have the burst lightning or lightning bolt or bolt wave, whatever your format you're playing in.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless you're super into artifacts, your Kappa Cannoneer triggers,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, it's like trying to be. It's decent, but not going to fit in most decks.
Yep.
We'll move on to Hazaret Godseeker. 1 in a red for a legendary creature god. That's a 5/3 indestructible haste. Start your engines. Then you can pay 1, tap, target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. But Hazaret can't attack or block unless you have max speed.
It's still decent. Like, it's pretty good to me. Like, it's a 2 mana 5/3 that can make stuff unblockable, and then eventually you'll get to attack and block with it.
Mm-hmm. Being unblockable gets your max speed going.
Yeah, so it's like you'll probably get it in like 3 or 4 turns. So if you play this on 2, it's like a turn 6 5/3 indestructible haste, or I don't know. It's like okay.
Hazaret from way back in the day, the Fervent was just busted. Why couldn't it attack though? Can't attack or block unless you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. Oh yeah, because that's super, super easy to do. Okay. Max speed's a little bit different.
I mean, if you have max speed, like if you have
Uh-huh.
a deck built around it, like you played the 1-drop and got to max speed, then it's a 2 mana 5/3 indestructible Easter coming at people.
Yeah.
Like since it is indestructible, that 5/3 doesn't really matter. It's basically just a 5/5 at that point. Like,
Yeah. Honestly. So I mean, decent, but it's got to be in the max speed deck. And is the max speed deck there?
I don't know.
Eh,
Maybe
we will see in the future.
the bomb and limited, but
Sure, yeah, because when you're in the environment of everything almost has max speed,
mm-hmm.
and you said it's pretty slow, so
Yeah, it's like I think it's like one of the slowest formats we've had in a long time. It's like at game most games take average like 9.5 turns or something, whereas all the
mm-hmm.
other sets last year were like 8 turns or less. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, well, the last card is Goblin, or I mean, Hollow Squad Heavy, basically Goblin Rattle Master, but you know,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hollow Squad Heavy, which is just a better Rattle Master. It's 2 and a red for a 2/3 Goblin Mercenary. Start your engines. Other goblins have haste. If you have combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token that attacks as combat available. And then if you have max speed, you can tap add a red for every goblin you control.
Yep. So Rabble Master and Priest of Titania made a baby.
Hollow Squad Heavy.
Rabble Master gets +2 attack for each other attacking goblin, I think.
Or
So
+1 attack. Yeah, it
+1
does.
attack. So
Yeah.
it itself gets big if you want to push. Where this just
Just gives you mana. Yeah.
gives you mana. But if you're at max speed and you can tap, you're playing the standard deck I'm brewing. You have that one that gives haste, right? That needs like 7 mana, 8 mana, or whatever to make the dragon haste.
Yeah.
You got goblins. It also
Yeah,
feeds into
Cranko.
Cranko, which this guy gives Cranko haste. Other
Yeah.
goblins haste. Like,
I mean, turn 3 this into Cranko's pretty good if they don't kill your 1/1 goblin that you make.
I might make a goblin deck in standard.
Seems decent.
They're pretty good. Also, can put that 1-drop to start the engines fast.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
goblins coming back.
Also, if you have a commander deck of goblins or something, like this is just
Oh yeah,
another card to put in it. That
this is going to be
goes with your
huge.
Rattle Master and stuff.
Yeah, huge in goblin decks. I mean, feed more into goblins, yay! Definitely a good card.
All right. Well, that's red. What is your jank combo this week?
All right, we're going to talk about Red Shift Rocketeer Chief. This is a red and a green for a 2/3 goblin pilot, legendary creature. It's got vigilance. It's got tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is Red Shift's power. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. And then it's got exhaust for 10 and a green. Put any number of permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Now we're going to, if this is your commander, you're going to run Sword of the Perunes. I'm sure you guys know this card as a combo card. It's a 4 mana artifact equipment. Equip 3. As long as equipped creature is tapped, tapped creatures you control get +2/+0. As long as equipped creature is untapped, untapped creatures you control get +0/+2. But the main thing is pay 3, tap or untapped, equipped creature. So as long as you buff this guy just a little bit, you can tap, make the mana to be able to untap him, and just keep going for infinite mana to exhaust on uses exhaust or whatever you want to do with
Yeah.
unlimited mana.
Use exhaust, play everything in your hand.
Yep. Yep. So even that on itself, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent.
Oh, yay. We broke another infinite mana combo with the sword.
Yay. Sword of Prunes. You
All
could
right.
also, yep.
Yeah.
Go
My
for it.
crazy card this week is Liar's Pendulum. So it is an artifact from Mirrodin. It costs 1, and it has pay 2, tap, name a card. Target opponent guesses whether a card with that name is in your hand. Then you may reveal your hand. If you do and your opponent guessed wrong, you draw a card.
Oh my goodness. This is so cool. What the heck?
It's a crazy card. They got to guess if it's in your hand. And you can choose not to reveal your hand if they guess it right. So,
Oh, you may reveal your hand. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So if they
So
guess wrong, then you show them your hand to draw a card. Like,
no harm done.
I mean, so then the next time you use it, they're going to know however many cards are in your hand. But
There's card draw and colorless?
yeah,
What?
apparently.
This whole time?
I mean, it's kind of card draw.
Mm-hmm. If you do... Your
I mean,
opponent
they
gets...
also have to kind of know your deck, and you have to name a card in your deck that's like one that they know you might have in your hand, because otherwise they could be like, well, like if you just said something that can't be in your deck, they're gonna be like, well, there's no way that you have that in your hand.
Right. This is way better in casual than in competitive.
Yeah.
Competitive will know. So let me get this straight. Like, I have lightning bolt in my hand, and I name lightning bolt, and you say no. Then I reveal and show that it's there, and I draw a card.
Yep. And
Is
if I
that what's
say
happening?
yes, then
I'm not going to show.
you're not going to show. But or say you didn't have lightning bolt in your hand and you said lightning bolt, and
Okay.
I say yes, you can show
Okay.
your hand and draw a card.
It works both ways.
Yeah.
Then, as long as your opponent guesses wrong.
Yeah, as long as your opponent guesses wrong.
Okay.
So you just name a card that's in your deck, like, and then
Or in your
they
hand.
guess. Yeah,
Or
and they
not in your
guess
hand.
if it's in your hand or not. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, you could name a card not in your deck, but your opponent's probably going to know that it's not in your deck. Like, I'm not going to play this in Commander and be like Black Lotus, because people are going to be like, that's not in your hand.
Yeah. So the card needs to be in your hand that you name for you able to draw a card. Say I have lightning bolt in my hand. I say lightning bolt, and you go, no, you don't. I reveal, show that it's lightning bolt, then I draw a card. It's not, I don't have a lightning bolt in my hand. I say lightning bolt.
Oh, yeah,
say,
you still draw. Because it just says if they guess wrong.
but your opponent guesses whether a card with that name is in your hand. You may reveal your hand. If you do and your opponent guessed wrong, there has to be target opponent guesses whether a card with that name, lightning bolt, is in your hand.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if the card's in your hand.
But then you don't draw a card.
No, you still draw. As long as you reveal your hand, you draw a card.
Okay.
So they know what's in your hand currently. So, like, if I don't have lightning bolt in my hand, I say lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, okay, and then you guess, is it in my hand or not? You say yes, then I can reveal the lightning bolt and draw a card. Or the not lightning bolt, whatever. Draw a card.
Okay. I'm reading Oracle text, and it's that.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether your opponent guessed right or wrong, if you reveal your hand. Oh, that's just if revealing. After the opponent has guessed, you may reveal your hand. If opponent was wrong, you draw a card. If your opponent was right, you don't draw a card. Yeah. Okay. This is a crazy card.
Yep, that's what I said. It's a crazy card. You can draw. But why? Also, like, consecutive uses become worse because they see your hand and they know what's in your hand. Like,
that's funny.
But it's basically the first use you get have a high chance of drawing a card.
Yeah. Did I draw this card? Oh man, that's it. What a crazy card. My mind hurts.
All right, well, that's our show for today. Don't forget to check out our TCG Player affiliate link if you want to buy any of these cards that we talked about, which can be found in the show notes and our website, mtgplace.net.
Yep, and like we said, you can join our Patreon. We got some free tiers or other tiers if you want to really help us out. And if you just want to talk to us, hang out, we got Discord. We're hanging out there all the time. So,
yeah, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to be notified when all of our videos and podcasts are released. Thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.
peace.